Hey, how you doing, guys? Welcome. Go ahead and come on in. Thank you for joining us today. So today we're going to be talking about the word up, the auto sales term. So we're here so that you can understand what this term means and also likewise what it does not mean. So first, let's talk about the definition of an up. So we're going to talk about the basic qualifications of the concept. Then we're also going to talk about the different types, because there's several kinds of up, so it's important to know which type is which, and then how you handle those things accordingly. And then finally, we're going to talk about what an up is not. So what does not qualify as an up. But first, let's go ahead and start with the definition. Let's talk about what an up actually is. So an up is a person or group who has come to the dealership in person. And so it can either be a group of people or just one person. So if you see two people get out of the same car and they're obviously together, then that's one up. So you would refer to that group of people as an up, singular. So then if you see two people get out of different cars and they're not together, that would be two separate ups. So your manager might say to you, hey, you guys go grab those two ups out there, talking to two salespeople to go address both of those parties. So you can usually tell pretty quickly whether or not they're together, because sometimes you'll have people driving separate cars, but they are together. If you just watch for a couple of seconds, they'll always, get together, or they'll just, not talk to each other. So, for an example, did you see the up getting out of the blue Civic? Now, please pardon my grammar here. The Civic should be capitalized, but it is not. That's my fault on the capitalization, but you'll just have to bear with me. So go grab that up looking at new cars is another sentence that you might hear pretty commonly. So again, this refers to either one person or a group of people who are together, but you still say up as a singular case. So let's talk about the different types of ups. What are the different types of ups that you might encounter? So we've got a taken up, which is someone who is there in person, or a group who's there in person, but who has been helped before. Or maybe they've even talked to someone else on the phone, another salesperson on the phone before. So during a previous visit, they'll have talked to someone else. That means that they're not up for grabs. If they were up for grabs, that would be called a fresh up. So if the person has not been helped, or if they don't ask for a specific person, then they are a fresh up. So it's good to always ask, have you been here before? Were you working with someone in particular? And if they say no, then congratulations, that's a fresh up. So finally, let's talk about what is not an up. So let's talk about what does not qualify as an up. So an up is someone who's come in person to look at buying cars. So a person who's come to the service department, they're getting their car fixed, or they're just calling for information over the phone, then that's not an up. If someone calls and you answer the phone, that's not an up. That's just that's called a phone pop. So we'll learn about that term never, because this is the last presentation we'll be doing on this subject. But a person who requests information online from the dealer website is also not qualified as an up. That would actually be an e-com lead. So that would be handled by the e-com department. Those are the ones who actually handle all of the internet traffic, people submitting requests for information online, and then those salespeople in the e-com department follow up with them. So when you answer the phone or take an e-com lead, it's still a potential sale, but it's not an up because they're not there in person.